G'day, this is a record-breaking national powerlifting champion, Ray Hope. Just been doing a workout in the park with my son Alex, so if you hear some giggling or laughing, that's him. Just the other morning when it was New Year's Day, I was thinking a lot about goals for the year and New Year's resolutions and what had worked in the past and what hasn't worked in the past. And there's a lot of goal setting methods out there. There's smart goals, there's smarter goals, but I'm going to call BS on those being the most important thing in the goal setting process. For me, I think the most important thing is actually whether you've got a burning desire to achieve that goal or not. If it's a really simple, easy goal, then yeah, that doesn't really matter. But most goals are stretch goals, they're difficult, they're way outside your comfort zone. That's why it's a goal. So for those, for me, the ones where I've had a burning desire and I've done whatever it takes to achieve the goal, hey, I've hit them. Where I haven't had that, hey, I just haven't had the energy, the willpower to push through the obstacles, do the work that was necessary to make it happen. Give you some examples. The very first time I really set a bunch of goals at the start of a year was at the last year of high school. Set 4 goals. 2 were around sport. I wanted to be the athletics champion for the sports carnival. I wanted to be the cross-country champion. The other 2 were around academics. I wanted to be the dux of the school, i.e. the top academic student, and I wanted to get the highest tertiary entrance score for university that you possibly could. Now, I achieved 2 of those goals and the other 2 I didn't. 2 sports ones I came second, again, because I didn't really have a burning desire and I didn't do what was necessary to overcome the obstacles. I had some serious obstacles, like some serious hip problems, but if I had a burning desire, I probably would have found a way. Whereas the other 2, I did have a burning desire to achieve them. And to give you a bit of an insight, I'll tell you where that burning desire came from. In year 10, one of the teachers, she said in the class that boys can't achieve at this school. And I thought, that's kind of strange. Because my mother had always said you can achieve whatever you want. And I kind of thought it was weird that she was singling out boys. But then at the end of the year, I noticed that the dux of every single year level was a female. Same thing the next year. So I thought, wow, maybe she's got a point, but I'd like to prove her wrong. So I did whatever was necessary to become dux of the school and prove her wrong. And I achieved that. The other one, tertiary entrance score, my sister had basically got the second highest possible score, so sibling rivalry, I wanted to beat her, and I was set on getting that, which I did. Now when I started in powerlifting, didn't go through any of the formal goal setting processes, but what I did do was I'd sit down with my coach, normally 3 months out from a competition, and we'd write a training program. But before we'd write that training program, we'd set a goal. Well, I didn't call it a goal then, but we'd write down what I was going to lift in all 3 attempts and all 3 lifts at that competition. So effectively, we were setting a goal for that competition. Then we'd write the training program back from that, working out what I had to lift every day in training, sets, reps, weights, etc., in order to achieve those lifts at the competition. And that was basically a plan, a lot of goal setting methodology, so you've got to have a plan to achieve that. So the training program was the plan. But the more important thing, I think, was that every single day that I went into the gym, each set, each rep, I had a goal for that. However many reps it was, each weight. And even though the goal that we'd set for what I was going to lift at the competition was often quite scary for me, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not sure if I can lift that. That's a heavy weight. The weights I had to lift each day in the gym started off with something that wasn't too far out of my comfort zone, just a little stretch, and I could hit that. And each day, those little stretches every single day in training, eventually I hit that big goal. So I think that's another key as well. If you're working towards a big goal that's out of your comfort zone, break it up into little steps, little goals that you can hit, that you feel good about, that you feel excited about. Because the big goal may be a little bit too scary, and you may not have the confidence and the faith and belief in yourself to hit that. But if you can hit the little ones every day, that builds up your belief in yourself, your faith. Keep hitting those goals, and you're, wow, I can keep doing this. Another story, be careful about how exactly you set your goals. When I made my comeback in powerlifting, I wanted to break the national total record in the open weight division, and the minimum that you can break the total record by is 2.5 kilograms, or a bit over 5 pounds. But a couple of weeks out from the competition, I was getting really, really intense pain in my elbows. And this had been happening for the last couple of competitions, but it was so painful that when I went to do my last bench press training, I couldn't bench press. I'd lower the weight till a couple of inches off my chest, and then just my strength just went. I had nothing. I'm like, shit, how am I gonna compete? So rather than try and push through that session, I just stopped, didn't even do my last bench press training session. I think I had 6 days to the competition, so there's no weights, nothing, let my arms rest. I dropped back what my opening attempts were going to be in the competition by, I think it was only about 5 kilos, just a little bit to be conservative. And then when I reset my targets around what I had to hit to break the total record, I knew out of the 9 lifts I could only miss 1. So I had to get all 3 squats, all 3 bench presses, and 2 deadlifts, all the other way around. So come to competition time, I did. I got all 3 squats, all 3 bench presses. And when it came to the deadlift, I got the first 2 attempts, so I broke the national record by 2.5 kilos, put my 3rd attempt up by 5 kilos, and I got about that close, so an inch from lockout, and it slipped out of my hands. So my question is, if I hadn't set the goal to only break the record by 2.5 kilos, would I have got that last deadlift? Would I have broken it by 7.5 kilos? I don't know, but be careful about what goals you set. So from my experience, the most important thing in the goal setting process is having that burning desire to achieve the goal. Do you have enough determination and want and willpower to push through whatever it takes to achieve that goal? If you do, chances are you're going to hit it. If you don't, is it really a goal? Are you really serious? Is it worth setting it in the first place? If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. If you've got any topics that you'd like me to talk about, put them there as well, and I'll make a special video just to answer your questions. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you updated on all the latest video releases. Until next time, this is Ray Hope, pound for pound Australia's strongest man. Cheers.